Hola guys, I'm Diego, and welcome to Tired. This is Rebel Galaxy. This should be episode 12, I believe. And I need to find my clock. Oops. There we go. Alright, so now that we've got that going, so we're going to continue the story again. First, I'm going to repair myself.
Repairs complete.
Yeah, so I'm still in the 10,000. I considered upgrading to the Scarab at some point, but I like having the broadsides over the turrets. I think my next one may be the Vanguard. It's considered a heavy frigate, but I think I may skip. I may go to the Vanguard, and then from the Vanguard to the Minotaur once we get out of the first system. It's got a good hold size. It's a heavy class. It's slower and less maneuverable, but they're all going to be slower and less maneuverable as we build forward. So it is what it is, right? Okay. So,
Glad you made it back in one piece. Lucky for Juno, it looks like our little plan is going to work. The Doublejack are scrambling, and that's exposing high-value targets. We've got intel on a series of flight groups all moving fast, and so much fighter cover, we know they're worth the hit. We take them as they come until we find what we need, and split up to improve our chances. These flight groups are in motion, so after you've intercepted one, if you're still empty-handed, if you can get one of their captains to surrender, that's great. But an escape pod works just as well. We need a warm body for interrogation. Good luck. After all this is said and done, maybe you should consider a career in the militia. We're always on the...
alright, so let's get this started. I am going to try and hail some people and kick them out of ships because
Engines
I don't
at
have to
maximum.
fight. Why fight?
Stellar
And I've
nav.
got to go halfway across the galaxy again.
Accelerating to sublight.
I just don't understand.
You were prohibited by stellar mass.
Then why do you give me the option? Alright. Nope. Let's try to not run into these guys. There we go. So what I find is when you're heading back and forth between locations, it actually works out a little bit better in general to not take the straight path. I usually go a little bit off. I tend to run into less asteroid belts, nebulas and such, taking the straight path between two locations. A lot, like, each galaxy, or each star system I should say, is procedurally generated at the start of each game. So my first game in this game, we started in the same system, but it's not laid out the same. But what that means is there's just different algorithms for placing things. So a lot of the stuff ends up between planets. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's not between planets, but if you're kind of off center of where you're trying to travel, I find you tend to miss the things that would normally slow you down. Not by much, mind you, and a lot of them are just a little bit off. I mean, I'm a little bit more than just a little bit off, simply because a lot of the things that they have you run into are actually just off center themselves. So I'm kind of like 2 or 3 times off center, but whatever.
We are approaching the coordinates. I am detecting larger craft with heavy ballistic weaponry. Missiles inbound.
They will taste the blood.
Hola.
Rubber shields down.
I won't forget this. Damn. No!
There we go. Alright, so let's go get the Retaliator, and then we can find out where else we're going.
Accelerating to sublight. Exiting sublight.
I won't forget this.
No, you will.
No luck. Here's another waypoint to try. You'll have to move fast.
Stellar map.
Oh my goodness. Like, literally halfway across the system. That is not even sort of close to where I'm at. So let's see. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Okay. So, those little flashing red lights, which are a little difficult to see. There's one in front of the asteroid on the far right there. Those are all mines. They're on the map as the little X's. And they're really, really annoying. I'm going to cut that one close, and I'm going to try and warp out of that before I get hit. Perfect. Alright, so let's get over to the next part of this mission here. Hopefully quickly. Okay. Excuse me. That was kind of rude. Alright, let's get this going. I really want to get out of this system. Like I said, I want to get to the Mercenary Guild and start upgrading things.
Time to find out how cold it is outside.
Oh, mines all over the place. We're gonna focus on this
Missiles
barge here.
inbound.
What I'm actually going to do is try and get right next to it, because I
Engines
really
at
don't want to have to
maximum.
fight with it. Still by far my preference to just do that. Just get next to him and just hammer
You're
away.
tearing me apart.
I don't turn quite sharp enough to keep up with you, bud. Not that I needed to.
Missiles inbound.
Another torpedo barge.
Collision warning. Deflectors depleted.
This one is mine.
Missiles inbound.
Boy.
Nothing yet. We've seen some action, but no big scores. Here's another set of coordinates.
Alright, so we're gonna go out to that new set of coordinates and swing by the cargo container because I want to see what's out here, and then we'll warp off to the next one.
Collision warning. Stellar map.
It's back where I started. You've got to be kidding me.
Accelerating to sublight.
This one is mine.
Alright. Position number 3. Let's go back. This is the only kind of downside of this game, is you kind of spend a lot of time zipping back and forth between locations. And again, I've upgraded as best as I can right now. I'm assuming I can get past Mark 2 at some point, but it's very possible Mark 3 may be the high end of what you can get. In which case... There we go. In which case I'm already mostly maxed out, except for getting more turrets and more turrets, more broadside ports on larger ships. There are a few things that I want to work on as well, or work on upgrading, but again, there's not a whole lot.
We are approaching a very large vessel. Perhaps this one will meet Senya's criteria. Threat level, yellow.
Yeah, this guy's got someone in it.
So much trouble.
We sure are.
Incoming hail. Hailing.
What gives? You ain't militia, so why you gunning so hard for me and my mates? Not gonna happen, mate.
Alright. His funeral.
Missiles inbound.
I sure could use your help.
Are you serious?
You got one?
What are you
Great.
even
Meet me
doing,
at the
traitor?
station. We'll
What
take it
are
from
you
there.
even doing?
Don't worry. They'll
Mission complete. Hailing.
What can I do for you? Yeah, we can do business. What'd you have in mind?
Ooh, that's a good price.
Pleasure doing. Yeah, we can do business. What'd you have in mind? Safe flight.
I'm not gonna be mean.
Accelerating to sublight.
Because of the way
Stellar map.
the traders work, you can actually sell things to them and then go and attack them and get it all back when they die. But that's kind of cruel, and I really don't want to do that. Alright, so let's get back. Start up on the next section here, so it's not too bad. 3 areas to cover, 3 larger battles-ish.
looks like our little ruse paid off.
It's always a ruse. You guys never actually have someone, had these guys
This can't be
actually have
happening.
somebody in a long time.
Bounty received.
Embrace the coldness.
Not even worth it. You can see the turrets in Skiva, they take out fighters ridiculously fast. Rarely do I have to worry about actually taking damage unless I'm broadsiding something, in which case I just switch directions every so often. Alright, so let's see if we can't get back over here before time's up for this episode. So once we get there, I'll probably call this one quits and we'll move on to the next one.
War inhibited by hostile flag. Stellar map.
Tell you what, let's see, we're not gonna have time to fight the Pirate Lord, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it quits.
War inhibited by hostile flag.
Get away from this guy here. We're gonna call it quits for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Diego, and if you like the videos, like, subscribe. I do stream some of the stuff in the mornings when I've got a chance, so check it out on Twitch as well if you want. And yeah, I'll be back in the next episode. We're gonna try and take on a Pirate Lord. I'm actually going to
Stellar map.
swing by the station first because games only save when you hit stations. So, we'll see you guys next time.